fire department got called for a report of fire in the ceiling at 339 Cedar, which is, I believe, O'Shea's Tavern, if I'm not mistaken. Our first crew arrived on the scene, Engine 4, went in, everybody had already evacuated the building. They found some smoke. They were directed upstairs. They thought the fire might be upstairs. So long story short, as crews arrived, we spread out throughout the building. Crews got up to the second floor, started pulling the ceiling. Two different crews found fire at two different spots up in the ceiling, so it had already kind of gotten a hold in the attic. At that time, the incident commander called a second alarm. They were fighting the fire. About 10 minutes elapsed. Fire reached the roof, and we went ahead and went to the fourth alarm just because we had crews on their second air tank already, and we needed bodies to refresh it. So at this point, it looks like the fire is knocked down. We're still just checking for hot spots. There's still some hot spots up in the attic area, and pulling some soffit and stuff like that, and just to make sure we've got it. So.
What's the time of the first call again? Did you say what the time was?
Looks like 9:41.
Okay.
And electrical, do you have any idea?
I don't have any idea at this point. So with the building being occupied, it's anybody's guess at this point what might have been going on. So I don't even know for sure if the fire was in the ceiling of the first floor or the second floor initially. It looks like there's some fire damage, maybe up in the ceiling on the first floor, but there's a lot of it up in the second floor.
How much damage is the structure taking on?
Yeah, I haven't had a chance to see upstairs. There's definitely a lot of smoke and water damage. Structurally, I think there'll be some damage upstairs, but I can't say at this point, what kind of damage it is.
You guys not going in knowing there wasn't anybody upstairs living? Did you guys know?
Well, we always do what we call a primary search when we get here, go in, just check, make sure everybody's in. They cleared the building when they went in to make sure. So.
And I know one of the things we know a little bit, it wasn't real windy, but a little a little bit of gusts here and there. Does that ever play a role in fires like this spreading?
Yeah, we're worried about exposures, which is basically buildings that are nearby. Fortunately, with this building, you got a street on two sides, you got a parking lot on the north side, and a pretty good distance to the west exposure. So, wasn't a real big concern. We did have some heavy fire with the wind coming out. It would look like coming out of the southeast, so it's blowing that direction, but nothing that gave us concern for an exposure.
How long would you say it took you guys to get it totally under control?
Oh, what time is it? 11? Well, no, I think you probably had it controlled for about half an hour now, something like that. So probably about 10:30-ish.